Hey everybody, it's Julian Mack with my good friend Doug, and we're here talking about Move to Amend. Doug, could you tell me a little bit about Move to Amend?
Yeah, Move to Amend is a grassroots organization, and we've got affiliates across the country, and it's all volunteers, all people trying to work at the grassroots level to effect change. And the change that we're looking for is really a constitutional amendment that establishes corporations should not have rights that people have, which they now claim, and that money should not be considered speech, particularly for political campaign purposes.
So what would the effect on the political process of that be? Like, how have things changed? I read somewhere that Citizens United in 2010 had made a big difference. How has that changed our political process? And then how will passing this on March 15th and voting yes on issue 1, how will that change things for the better?
Well, Citizens United is one in a long chain of Supreme Court decisions that has really built up this legal case law that establishes that corporations are people and that money is speech. So that originally, back in the 1800s, corporations were formed with a very express purpose and with a very limited time frame, and really given privileges to do certain things, either to build a railroad or to build a canal or to set up a bank that had a limited time period. Now corporations basically have taken on the aura of a person and have claimed that they have the rights that people have, everything from free speech rights to religious freedom rights to rights against illegal search and seizure, equal protection under the law, under the 14th Amendment. So with every new claim of a right and having it reinforced through the Supreme Court decisions that have been happening and been taking over the course of decades, and Citizens United being the most recent, and just reinforcing what all the others before it have said, has given corporations a vast amount of power, and they wield that power either through campaign contributions, which are now virtually unlimited because of super PACs, or because of their claim that they can spend as much money as they want on lobbying to get the attention and the ear of our elected officials. Because what happens is that once all that money starts pouring into the coffers of election campaigns, it's very difficult for our representatives to actually look after the interests of anything but the privileged people that are keeping them in power, basically.
So on March 15th, the people, and is this just Toledo, or is this
right?
So people in the city of Toledo will have the chance to vote yes on issue 1. So how will voting yes on issue 1, what will that do for the people of Toledo?
Well, basically, it'll make a statement. And I just did want to say something that this really is about making a statement, and it's about starting a discussion.
Okay.
Because what it does is it states that the people of Toledo support a constitutional amendment. They think that things have gone way too far in terms of giving corporations rights. But in addition to that, it also establishes an annual public forum run by the city, at which the citizens can talk about their concerns over money in politics, over corporate influence, and then every year our city will communicate to our elected officials in Washington and at the state level, indicating to them that it is our wish that they pursue the constitutional amendment and establish these changes in corporate personhood and money and speech. And the strategy, as it stands now, is that we have over 300 communities, cities throughout the country that have either passed resolutions or that have passed ballot issues. And in Ohio alone, I think 17 communities now have either passed resolutions or ballot issues, and Toledo being the most recent of them. And we have others that are on deck. Cleveland is in the process of doing what we've done over the last couple of years, and they will hopefully be on the ballot in next November in 2017. So the strategy is to build grassroots support, to build consensus, city by city, community by community, and then that pressure begins to build and build upon our elected officials impressing upon them the urgency with which we would like to see these changes occur.
Gotcha. Well, I will say that it's definitely impressive to be part of a movement that's growing so strong locally, but also has such national relevance. And I can just speak personally from what I've been through with the Black Lives Matter movement and say boycotted Black Friday and things like that. There's a national awareness going on in the country that's really been going on ever since Occupy and ever since Citizens United. That's really people are becoming more aware than they've ever been of the influence of corporate money on our politics, and it's really an honor to be out here with you and an honor to be doing this with you.
I appreciate that. If I could have one last word.
Please do.
I just, sometimes it's hard to impress upon people the relevance of what we're trying to do to their individual struggles. But what I can tell you is that wherever you see any kind of institutional injustice, whether it be austerity measures being passed or public schools not receiving enough funding or tenant rights or homeowners' rights being trampled on by banks, all of these things are the result of undue corporate influence on our politicians. So, this really cuts across the whole spectrum of social justice, and we support all of the struggles, and we endeavor to help in any way we can. And I think that this change, this constitutional amendment, is something that I think will help and benefit all of our struggles. And I just want to end by saying, please come out and vote. March 15th, Toledo voters, vote yes on issue 1.
Here it is. You're here first. Well, yes on issue 1, March 15th. Peace.